Thank you, Chair. It is an honour to serve under your chairmanship. And I'd like to thank everyone who signed this petition. I know that it's a huge achievement to get a debate here in Parliament. And particularly one of my friends, Steph Jones-Giles, who has been a passionate campaigner for animal-free research for years now. And she's been contacting me for years about this issue specifically. I have a dog, well, we have a dog, my partner Emma and I have a dog called Frank. He's quite an unusual looking dog. He's a pug cross border terrier, and he is 15 years old today. And I've had an update of him in Pets at Home, choosing his new toy. And thankfully, in 15 years, he hasn't worked out that I'm a vet, because he hates going to the vet, and he has no idea. I should point out Jenny, who's here today, the guide dog for the member for Torbay. She had her 6th birthday just last week. My reason for bringing this up is that no one thinks it's stupid to celebrate your dog's birthday, because we know that they have the same range of emotions that people do. We also know that they are, well, I was going to say hugely intelligent. You haven't met Frank. They are relatively intelligent. But certainly we know that they feel pain. And we also know that they need to have social interaction, just like us. And they also need to have the freedom to express natural behaviour.
Would he give way on that point?
Yes, absolutely.
I thank my honourable friend for giving way. Like him, I share a love of dogs, and I have a nearly 17-year-old terrier at home, slightly better looking than Frank, I might add. But the level of public interest in this petition is vast. Many of my constituents in Glastonbury and Somerton also have spoken to me very strongly about it, and it shows the strength of feeling on this issue. So does the honourable member agree with me that the transposition of the principle of animal sentience into British law is an essential step to ensuring that the UK retains the highest animal welfare standards in the future?
I thank my honourable friend for making that intervention, because that is a hugely important point. It was going to be my next point, but it's completely accurate that when the veterinary profession has been extremely concerned at the lack of recognition of animal sentience in law, and we would really urge the government to look into changing that as soon as possible. You said Frank was ugly.
I didn't.
I'll happily show. Unique. He's a pug cross border terrier. He has got a strange underbite and quite buggy eyes. We were around our friend's house for dinner recently, and one of their children said, "Frank's really ugly," and the other child said, "You shouldn't say that because he might have been in an accident." I'd just like to introduce the concept of One Health, which many people have heard of. It's the fact that human and animal health are completely interlinked. Whether we're talking about antimicrobial resistance, we're talking about risk of pandemics, we're talking about food security, climate change. And there's also a concept called One Medicine. And this has very much been driven forward by the Humanimal Trust, based primarily by academics at Surrey University Vet School. And what we're really pushing to happen is that not only animal experimentation being reduced, refined, replaced by so many of the methods that have been mentioned by other members today, but also that when these tests are carried out, that both humans and animals can benefit from the information gathered. Now, to give you an example, if a drug passes human trials, so if a drug passes animal trials, it then passes human trials. It still doesn't have a license for the animals, where we know that those drugs worked in those animals. And it is often cost prohibitive for companies to then carry out further trials and produce the body of evidence needed to get the license for the animals. Equally, if it passes animal trials and fails human trials, there should be a quick and easy way that these drugs are then made available for veterinary use, so that those animals that have had to endure the experimentation and suffering get a huge amount of benefit from it as well. I'm very proud that the Liberal Democrats in coalition were involved in stopping the testing of household products on animals. I know it meant a huge amount to the veterinary profession, but also all dog and animal owners. And I would really appreciate a meeting with the Minister, maybe with the Humanimal Trust, maybe with academics from Surrey University Vet School, so we can talk about how we can improve the benefit to animals for drug testing and other types of testing, like medical implants and maybe sort of joint implants that are being carried out anyway, to ensure that companies, academics can, as easy as possible, be able to get licenses for these to be used in animals, so that animals can get the benefit of these as well.